Have you ever experienced the sensation that days are passing at an unprecedented speed? In an instant we are in January and suddenly we arrive at December. Anniversaries, rest periods, and seasonal changes seem to move like a swift gust during a storm. This is not merely a superficial reflection and, fascinatingly, constitutes a common experience among numerous people around the planet. The impression that hours are rushing by does not represent merely a mental illusion. It has deep spiritual foundations. On this occasion, we will explore the spiritual dimension of this sensation of temporal acceleration and its influence on our existence. Prepare yourself as we enter the threshold of time. Human understanding of time has transformed through the ages, manifesting the modifications in our understanding of the universe and our position in it. From primitive civilizations to the present, the way we understand time has shaped cultures, streams of thought, and reality itself. In various ancient cultures, time was conceived through cycles instead of linear progressions. They considered that time was governed by different seasons or lunar periods. The Maya, for example, developed sophisticated calendrical systems that expressed their understanding of the cyclical nature of time. Their long count calendar spanned enormous temporal periods that determined their prophecies and ceremonies. This temporal perspective generated a sense of permanence and regeneration, motivating communities to exist in harmony with natural patterns. Notably, the Egyptians also interpreted time as a succession of recurring cycles. Their notion of Ma'at symbolized the perpetual order of the cosmos that was preserved through daily ceremonies and compliance with cosmic norms. This perception gave them a sense of solidity and purpose, grounding their culture's achievements in the eternal balance of the universe. The transition from cyclical to linear temporal perception represented a transcendental transformation in human history. The emergence of mechanical chronometers in medieval Europe introduced a new understanding of time as a constant and ascending progression. This transformation reflected broader social changes of the period, including the emergence of commercial exchange, manufacturing, and individualism. The creation of the chronometer allowed people to calculate time with unprecedented accuracy. This new precision revolutionized daily existence, organizing work periods and community activities. The rhythmic sound of the chronometer became an emblem of progress and productivity, driving the innovations of industrial transformation and shaping the accelerated pace of contemporary society. In spiritual environments, the concept of elevation is regularly analyzed as a profound metamorphosis of consciousness and human existence. This procedure, understood as an evolution towards superior levels of consciousness and being, exerts considerable impact on our temporal perception, both individually and collectively. Our experience of time undergoes an extraordinary transformation as we advance in the elevation process. One of the most captivating elements of the elevation process is the transition from perceiving time as linear toward experiencing it as multidimensional. Conventionally, we observe time as a direct sequence that advances from past toward present and future. Nevertheless, during spiritual elevation, our consciousness expands and we begin to experience time differently. A multidimensional temporal understanding emerges where yesterday, now, and tomorrow are not contemplated as isolated and consecutive elements, but as interwoven and dynamic in this condition. Moments of revelation or déjà vu where we perceive having lived something previously become more frequent. These experiences are manifestations of our expanded consciousness, where various temporal points can be reached simultaneously. This transformation can be both stimulating and disconcerting. We might find ourselves meditating on past events with new insight, or visualizing future probabilities with a clarity that goes beyond logical organization. The inflexible barriers of time disintegrate and we begin to inhabit more completely in the present moment, valuing the abundance of each experience. Our consciousness and mental condition can considerably modify how we experience the passage of time, revealing profound understandings about the essence of our existence and the capacity of the mind. One of the most captivating notions that connects consciousness and temporal perception is the state of flow. This represents a mental state where a person is totally immersed and involved in an activity, frequently generating a sense of timelessness. When we find ourselves in a flow state, people report that time seems to decelerate or accelerate, becoming practically irrelevant to their intense concentration and enjoyment of the moment. The experience is so gratifying that people are willing to perform it, even with great sacrifice, simply for the fact of carrying it out. In this condition, the perception of time suffers a dramatic alteration, highlighting the profound connection between consciousness and how we experience time. When we are in a flow state, our habitual awareness of time dissipates because our attention is completely synchronized. With the present moment, this synchronization generates a powerful sense of satisfaction and productivity, as we are completely absorbed in the task at hand. Athletes frequently describe being in the zone during optimal performance, where minutes can be perceived as seconds and hours can pass unnoticed. Creators, writers, and musicians regularly experience this state where creativity emerges effortlessly and the boundaries of time fade. Divine timing and cosmic design offer profound spiritual perspectives on how we perceive time. This conviction suggests that events unfold according to a superior perfect order, harmonizing with the soul's trajectory and the broader universal harmony. The notion behind divine flow is that everything happens for a purpose and at the appropriate moment. This can influence our perception of time, transforming our experience from one of anxiety and impatience to one of tranquility and conformity. When we adopt the idea that there is a cosmic design in operation, we begin to contemplate our lives from a broader and transcendental perspective. We often contemplate time as something we must master, saturating our days with task inventories and deadlines. However, the concept of divine timing challenges this mentality, motivating us to release the need to control every aspect of our lives. By synchronizing with the universe's current, we begin to recognize that delays and deviations are not obstacles, but essential components of our spiritual trajectory. For example, consider the occasions when you faced an unexpected impediment or considerable delay. Although initially it may have generated annoyance, these moments frequently lead us to unforeseen possibilities or fundamental teachings that ultimately enrich our development. This understanding modifies our perspective, allowing us to contemplate time not as a linear competition, but as a fluid and meaningful evolution. To exist in harmony with cosmic design, we need to develop patience and faith. This implies embracing the present moment and maintaining confidence that the universe's timing is always perfect, even when it doesn't coincide with our immediate desires or expectations. Exercises like meditation, reflective writing, and conscious contemplation can help us synchronize with this divine current, providing clarity and serenity. During uncertain periods, when we place trust in divine timing, we become more receptive to the signs and synchronicities that surround us. These can orient us toward our authentic path, confirming that we are precisely where we should be. This attunement also diminishes tension and cultivates a sense of inner peace, as we learn to release urgency and enjoy the journey. The concept of karma, grounded in ancient spiritual traditions, teaches that our actions, both positive and negative, generate ripples in time that shape our future experiences. It proposes that life's events are interconnected, continuously influencing each other. In recent times, numerous spiritual seekers and guides have observed a phenomenon where these cycles seem to be accelerating, affecting our perception of time and the rhythm at which we experience existence. This acceleration indicates that the effects of our actions return to us more quickly than previously. In the past, the consequences of certain actions might have required years or even lifetimes to manifest. Nevertheless, in our current era, many consider that these cycles are accelerating, causing immediate or nearly immediate results. This acceleration can be both stimulating and overwhelming. On one hand, it provides us with the possibility to learn and evolve rapidly. We are granted instant feedback on our actions, allowing us to make quick adjustments and align more closely with our higher selves. Constructive actions generate rapid rewards, strengthening beneficial behaviors and promoting a more conscious way of life. On the other hand, acceleration also implies that harmful actions carry consequences more quickly. This can be overwhelming when we face the results of our less conscious decisions sooner than anticipated. However, this accelerated return constitutes a powerful stimulus for personal growth and spiritual development. It impels us to be more conscious of our thoughts, words, and actions, fostering a deeper sense of responsibility and intentionality. The journey of personal spiritual growth is profoundly linked with our perception and utilization of time. As we embark on this path, we frequently discover that our relationship with time transforms, reflecting our evolving consciousness and a deeper understanding of existence. A key element of this transformation is the practice of mindfulness, which plays a fundamental role in our spiritual development in this world. It is simple to become trapped in urgency, perpetually worrying about tomorrow or meditating on yesterday. Nevertheless, mindfulness fixes us in the present, the only moment we truly possess. By developing this awareness, we can decelerate our perception of time, making our experiences more intense and transcendental. Through mindfulness, we learn to value the small aspects of existence that we frequently ignore. A conscious walk in the natural environment, the simple act of eating, or a genuine conversation can transform into profound spiritual experiences. These moments, when embraced completely, contribute to our personal development, cultivating a deeper connection with ourselves and with the environment that surrounds us. Exercising mindfulness assists us in developing patience and conformity, fundamental qualities for personal spiritual growth. As we become more present, we learn to release the need to control every element of our existence. We begin to trust in the natural flow of events, understanding that each moment, however challenging it may be, represents an opportunity for development and learning. Mindfulness also enhances our capacity to respond to life's challenges with elegance and wisdom. By staying present, we can better manage tension and anxiety, making thoughtful decisions instead of reacting impulsively. This conscious approach to existence allows us to align more closely with our values and spiritual aspirations. Meditation constitutes a powerful practice that not only calms the mind, but also profoundly modifies our perception of time. As we enter into meditative states, our experience of time transforms, providing a unique perspective on its fluid and subjective nature. An important element of this transformation is the experience of timelessness during deep meditation. When we meditate, we frequently seek to pacify the constant murmur of our mind, concentrating on our breathing, a mantra, or simply on the present moment. As we immerse ourselves deeper in this state of calm and concentration, we can begin to lose our habitual sense of time. Minutes can be perceived as hours or hours as minutes. In deep meditation, we enter a state of pure presence where yesterday and tomorrow fade, leaving only the now. This timeless state is not limited by the habitual restrictions of our schedules and obligations. It is a space of infinite possibility and tranquility where we can connect with our inner being and with the broader universe. Unity consciousness represents a state of consciousness where one experiences a profound sense of interconnection with all life. This elevated state of consciousness offers a vision of broader understanding of existence. In unity consciousness, the traditional boundaries of yesterday, present, and tomorrow dissolve. This consciousness allows us to perceive time as a fluid continuum instead of a rigid sequence of moments. We begin to recognize that all moments in time are interconnected and coexist simultaneously in the eternal. Now, this perspective modifies our relationship with time, moving from a linear progression to a cyclical harmony. Just as waves in the ocean rise and fall in a continuous cycle, events in our lives unfold in a harmonic rhythm. Unity consciousness teaches us to embrace this cyclical nature of time. Finding meaning and purpose in each stage of our journey, it invites us to completely embrace the present moment, recognizing it as the meeting point of all time. By fixing ourselves in the now, we connect profoundly with our authentic essence and with the interconnected fabric of existence. This connection cultivates compassion, empathy, and love for all beings, transcending the limitations of individual identity and ego. Exercises like meditation, contemplation, and mindfulness support the development of unity consciousness. They assist us in pacifying the fluctuations of the mind and in expanding our consciousness beyond the confines of ordinary perception. Through these exercises, we connect with the timeless wisdom of our higher being, obtaining understandings that transcend the limits of time and space. As we perceive that time is accelerating, a growing sense of urgency emerges in our minds. This urgency can impel us to seek deeper meaning and purpose, motivating us towards spiritual exercises that provide comfort, clarity, and connection. Meditation, prayer, mindfulness, and other contemplative exercises become fundamental tools for managing the accelerated nature of contemporary life. Amid the acceleration of time, these spiritual exercises function as anchors for us, assisting us to stay centered and balanced. When we meditate or exercise mindfulness, we generate a space of silence amid the chaos, allowing us to connect with our inner being and the present moment. The urgency produced by time acceleration can also impel us to prioritize what truly counts. As we become more conscious of time's transitory nature, we can feel motivated to concentrate on our spiritual development and on cultivating meaningful connections. The perception that time is accelerating can constitute a catalyst for profound spiritual development. It invites us to reflect on our existence and to make conscious decisions that harmonize with our higher selves. This reflection frequently leads us to a deeper understanding of our interconnection with all beings and the universe. Spiritual exercises like journaling, gratitude practices, and prayer assist us in remaining connected with our spiritual path. They provide us with moments of introspection and recognition, allowing us to value the beauty and wonder of existence, even amid the speed. By regularly participating in these exercises, we cultivate a sense of inner tranquility and resistance. Furthermore, the perception that time is accelerating can inspire us to exist more fully in the present moment. Recognizing the preciousness of each moment motivates us to enjoy our experiences and value our connections. It reminds us that true spirituality is not about fleeing from the realities of existence, but about embracing them with an open heart and conscious presence. As we navigate this accelerated perception of time, we are called to be more present, more conscious, and more attuned to life's current. This consciousness transforms our experience, converting each moment into a treasure. Although time may seem fleeting, it transforms into a gift that we can embrace and celebrate. Ultimately, the sensation that time is accelerating constitutes a reminder of the incredible journey we are on. It impels us to exist fully, love deeply, and value the present. So let us make good use of our time and make the most of each moment. After all, our journey is as extensive and infinite as the universe itself. And here we conclude today's fascinating mystery. If you wish to continue expanding your understanding, don't hesitate to subscribe so you'll integrate into this great family. If you know someone who requires help, don't hesitate to share this video that will undoubtedly be of great utility to them. If you made it this far, I congratulate you. You are one of the few people who possess the capacity to maintain such concentration. And so you know you made it this far, comment "I am awake" and I will personally greet you in the comments. Until next time.